Dirty Dan. I don't know what you mean. I'm Dirty Dan.
It's absolutely amazing.
I'm Dirty Dan.
Whoa, Dirty Dan.
I'm going to show you a few different modern fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which restaurant it is.
This looks like KFC. KFC, or I don't really eat fast food a whole bunch. I can't tell, cuz.
Here is number 1.
Number 1, this looks like, I was looking at the window, I'm like, is this a Starbucks logo? No. I'm saying this one is McDonald's. I think this is McDonald's.
That is Panda Express.
Wrong as fuck.
Here's number 2.
I'm gonna say this one is In-N-Out.
That is Arby's.
Who the fuck eats at Arby's? I was never gonna guess that in 1,000 years.
Here's number 3.
Now this one is McDonald's. This one is McDonald's.
That is Burger King.
What the hell? I fucking suck.
Here's number 4.
Damn, bro. I got all of them wrong. All right, let's say Chick-fil-A. Is this Chick-fil-A? Because I see the red.
That is Wendy's.
I fucking suck.
Fast food restaurants in America have completely lost their identity, but it doesn't stop at these soulless gray buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast. And on top of that, the experience used to be fun. Today, the color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a regular restaurant, and the service is slower than ever. But this did not happen by accident. In fact, it's all by design. And today I'm going—
Right, remember back in the day where $1 menu was dead ass $1? You could walk into like a fast food place, McDonald's or whatever. If you could walk in that bitch for like $5 and you eating good. Like nowadays, you walk into any place with like $5, cuz you be lucky. What is wrong? Oh, bitch. I'm about to say, you walk in any place today for $5, nigga, you be lucky to get maybe 2 items off the value menu. If they have a value menu, you'll be lucky to get some shit like that. Because, nigga, even the value menu shit, I think the cheapest thing on there, bitch, is like $1.50 or $1.75. Well, yeah, $1.50. When with tax, it's gonna probably even out to damn near $2. That's 2 of your 5 right there on one item.
to break down why fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow. And while it might sound like all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the glory days. Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry. What used to be these creative architectural fun houses have transformed into sterile gray boxes that are severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare.
He's real. That's some real shit, Pat. Because I'm 0 for 4. I could not tell. Like, because I remember back in the day, you could tell. McDonald's. This one, Checkers or Rallies or whatever you want to call them. This one looked like Pizza Hut. Like, yeah, back in the day, this White Castle, back in the day when they had like archetypes and shit for like the actual structure of the building, it kind of made sense. Because it was just like, hey, we making Burger King. Let's make the building kind of look like a little castle or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Burger King or whatever. And McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? And had the fucking bright red ass roof. And it had the little yellow M's around it. And then the big ass M in the front. You know what I'm saying? You can tell what the fuck it was just by pulling up at it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that is very true. Because, like, I don't really, like I said, I don't really be fucking with fast food like that for real. I normally cook my own shit. Or I'll just, like, I might, like, go out to an actual restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Every now and again. But, nigga, literally, all of them buildings do look like goddamn corporate bank buildings or whatever. You can't really tell.
That to what this architectural illustrator posted on Reddit. Even without the logos, you can still tell which building belongs to each fast food brand. Or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct.
I'm not gonna hold you. I wasn't born to see Taco Bell look like this. I've never seen if I'd seen a Taco Bell look like this, I would actually try it. I would actually try because I was like, this shit look authentic as fuck. I'm like, oh, this shit look like it's gonna bust.
Taco Bell locations were designed to evoke the look and feel of traditional Spanish and Mexican style architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams, and arched
this look
entryways.
cool, yeah.
Now you get a gray box.
I'm about to say, now I'm not gonna hold you. This does look more sleek and like more. It looks way more. It looks too. Nigga! I was about to say it looks too nigga. And it's crazy because the building is black as fuck. I was going to say it just looks like it yeah, you just threw me off. I don't know what the fuck I was going to say. What's good, brother Black? What the fuck was I going to say, bro? It doesn't fuck it. It looks too nigga. Yeah, and like back in the day, the other one actually looked authentic. I would fuck with it. This shit looked like a cool place to go cash my check at or something, you know? Like this don't look like a Taco Bell.
With a modern purple LED light, Pizza Hut's red roof became
red roof, yeah. It looked too regular. Yeah, it looked like a regular place where I can go cash a check, or it's like a business place now. And I remember this, bro. I remember Pizza Huts. Back in the day, I still wasn't real a big Pizza Hut. But I remember going to one that looked just like this, had the big ass red roof, and you could tell it was Pizza Hut, bro. Like just off the ripper from the street.
Such an iconic part of their design that now when a new business takes over the building and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut.
Wow, that's crazy.
But today's Pizza Hut, yep, another great.
I'm not gonna hold you. I haven't seen a Pizza Hut in real life in a long time. So I'm about to say, I couldn't even tell you if this was a building. The red roof was always the giveaway. You know what I'm saying? The big, because it's literally right here in the name. The little hut is right here. Yeah, the red thing was supposed to be the hut, if I'm not mistaken. So you know what I'm saying? That was the red Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying?
A box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could.
I was just talking about that too. Back in the day, they had their little red top and they had the big ass arches, and then they had the big one in the middle. I think that's more modern. They don't even have them holes no more. Them bitches dead ass just look like regular office buildings and shit. What McDonald's just slapped on it.
See from a mile away. I was surprised to find out that there are still a few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look.
Where? I'm about to say, yeah, see, this is what I remember seeing with the big ass M and the big ass M right here. This is like what I remember seeing kind of like growing up type shit. Now buildings be looking like the year 2189. Bro, that ass. Why they trying to make everything look all futuristic and soulless? Because it is. The future will be soulless with the rise of AI and, you know what I'm saying, robots and shit. It will be soulless. I think they're trying to get us used to it. You know what I'm saying? Look at it now, because a few years when we're already probably dead, unless we get money to like transfer our consciousness into an AI avatar type of body, unless we have money to do that, we're not gonna see it. But I feel like they're putting it out there for the young niggas. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like look at all these buildings with no personality, no soul, and then all these big ass structures that used to be fun, that used to be like, oh shit, that's cool, I want to go there. Nah, now it's just like, if you're on your phone, you're scrolling and you see it, and you just so happen to look up, it's not gonna be like how it was back in the day where you just be outside like, oh, that looks fun, that looks good, I want to go over there. Nah, nigga. Nah, no personality yet. That's what I'm just saying, like, no personality. These motherfuckers are just square rectangle buildings with a name slapped on that bitch. Like if I was an archetype, I'd be like, damn, bro, this is the easiest time to be a fucking blueprint archetype type of person, wherever they jobs is. This would be the best time to be in business. This shit is easy.
This Bloomington, Minnesota location, for example, it still has the massive arches on each side, the red and white striped bricks around the edges, and red outline gives it this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build locations faster. The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were supposed to resemble French fries is what most people remember visiting throughout their childhood. Yep. There are still a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and the bright blue sky. Or check out this stunning Durham, North Carolina location. Yep. This photo was taken in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993. Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024. Even this location outside of Disney World looked like a theme park of its own. And I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters.
Wow, that's crazy. Come on, man. They taking all the fun. They nothing but motherfucking fun suckers. They just out there just gawking up all the fun, just sucking down all the fun. Like, come on, bro. This is outside of Disney World, my nigga. This is outside of Disney World, bro. Like, so you mean to tell me I take my family, take my kids, and I want to spend that expensive ass Disney World food prices? If I take these little shits outside of the park and then I let them go see the mission, if they see this, they go, oh, hell yeah. I go in there and I ball out with 20 ball, let them have all the nuggets and fries and shakes they want and shit. And they're going to love it because they're going to feel like they went to another amusement park. But now,
sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has.
That's what they're going to be able to see. They're going to be like, okay. They're not even going to, you know how kids get excited when you pull up to a place and they be like, oh yeah, what the fuck? They're not going to be excited about this shit. They ain't even going to know where we're going until we go in there. They ain't even going to know. See, the kids are supposed to know they're supposed to know what we're doing before we even do it. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to already see the goddamn mascot as we pulling up into the goddamn parking lot. You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to see Grimace and all them niggas like, oh, McDonald's, yeah. Nigga, they ain't going to never have that experience ever again. I knew shit was getting real once characters started disappearing. That's when it started. That's true. Real shit. When the mascot started to go, real shit.
It's been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters. Now, one of the main reasons behind the gray box trend is that it's a safer, smarter real estate investment. This strategy leans heavily on modular construction and prefab standardized architecture. When a previous brand needed a very specific build-out, which usually came down to their custom roofs.
Well, okay, at least White Castle. I never really went to a White Castle at all. Honestly, the only time I ever had a White Castle was the frozen joints that you find in the store. Like, I never actually had like a fresh White Castle or been to White Castle.
It just costs more. And in a way, they're also preparing for their imminent failure because these vague buildings can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC combo was turned into a local pharmacy. And
that's crazy. So niggas is just trying to be more cheap. And it was like, bro, why are we making all these fancy ass elaborate buildings? Because eventually they're already in their mind, they're like, all right, this shit gonna do good for maybe 2-3 years, 4 or 5 years max. And then we already shelled out a whole bunch of money to make this elaborate ass fucking building with like hooks and like castle like structures. So when this business finally tanks, what the fuck can we do with this building and this property? We can't just demolish it. We already sunk a lot of money into this bitch. We can't really make it into anything else because what other fucking business is going to have like castle-like structures and shit like these? So it makes sense why they like, you know what? Make it a box, make it gray so we can reuse it. They just recycling buildings at this point, cuz. They just trying to be more cost efficient. Hold on, get out my face. More cost efficient and just recycling buildings. From a business aspect, I guess I get it, cause like definitely like say you know like a McDonald's or like a like a White Castle or some shit. Say that shit does tank, and then
do you know the bitches are? The bitches.
This bitch.
Where's the bitches?
You can go beaches. You can go this way and both sides of the beach. You can go this is a lot of people and then this is quiet place beach.
For the bitches?
Yeah, beaches both sides.
Okay.
But which beach do you looking for?
Black bitch. So where's the white bitches?
Listen, Ray, and no way you raided my ugly ass. Double raid my N-words and corridors. Welcome to the Duck Gang.
Alright, the second time I kind of been thrown off my thought process, and I was going on a roll. But what's good, Rachel? W Raid, welcome in, your friends. Ganja Bean, what's the word? What's the word? What's good with y'all? Welcome in everybody from the racist Rachel stream. How was everybody? How's y'all Sunday? I hope everybody was chilling. You ain't had to do too much. It's Sunday. Y'all shouldn't really be co-working and doing too much on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all are working, if y'all doing your thing, welcome in. Dirty Dan Lace. I'm just doing some reactions right now. We're talking about fast foods. We're not making that a nickname. You made Willard. Let me make racist Rachel. Let me have that. My nigga Crunk, what's the word, bruh? W Ray sound, you fuck with it? It's embarrassing. And I love it. It's not embarrassing for me. It's probably embarrassing for like whenever I have company, like new folks or whatever. But yeah, we just chilling today. Doing some reactions. We're looking at why fast food sucks right now. So we just sitting here just talking about how like fast food sucks. You know, like remember back in the day, you would go to a fast food place and it would have personality. Like you would go to like, even if you don't like McDonald's, like you would go to McDonald's, you still see like the mascots, like the building would look colorful, it would look alive. And nowadays, if you go to a fast food place, it's like all gray and just like no life, no mascots, just barely a name. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll be on right now. And what time? Yeah, 1:30. Yes, I'm gonna be here for about a good 2 more hours. Solid 2 hours, and then I'm gonna bounce out, go to work, and then yeah, Monday I will be chilling. So y'all have me for a full day of Monday, and yeah, welcome in, y'all. Thanks again. Thanks again for that raid, Rachel. Just go. What's good, bro? I just saw you. What's good, my guy? Welcome in. Welcome in. I got a couple of reactions you can add to your list, or maybe do today, and I'm confident that it would do really good on your channel. What's good, my boy? What's the sauce? What's the sauce? Talk me. What's the sauce? All right, let's finish this, y'all.
Former Arby's is now a local pizzeria, and to know
It's crazy, bro. And I'm actually about to do the same thing, my G. I got some herbal essence, you know, because we're on YouTube right now. We have some of the herbal of essence on the way. So yeah, that'll be pulling up. I will be freeing my mind, if you will, very, very shortly. Okay, let's see. What we got?
To under
Ooh. All right, got it. I got it tabbed up.
no surprise at all, the local
What the fuck? Yeah, got it tabbed up. I think I remember watching. I don't know if it was this one, but I remember watching one of these Johns. I remember watching one of them Johns on your screen, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I did not know a lot of the. I thought I knew a lot. There's a lot of the stuff that I did not know about that nigga Barry. I'm not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. I was watching that shit. Like I'll be watching it when you watching that shit, and I be at work, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. This shit actually kind of good. Like there's a lot of shit I did not know that I thought I knew about Flash. Only do this reaction if you like Flash. I fuck with Flash. Don't force yourself. Yeah, people love that series. It's the main reason I got monetized. It's good. Yeah, it's good shit too, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause yeah, it's a good watch. And then you know how we like to overanalyze shit anyway. It's certain little details and shit that I didn't even know about, and I'd be like, huh? So I was in there. I be watching that shit. That ass. I fought with it.
pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina that was transformed into a Dunkin'.
No way. I mean, that's kind of player. That's kind of player. But you could dead ass tell this used to be like a Bank of America or like a fucking a Chase or something. No, not Chase. Chase would have had more blue. This dead ass looked like a bank. And I'm walking into a Dunkin' Donuts like that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd much rather do this. Like, I'd much rather walk into a building that don't look like it's supposed to be selling whatever. I'd rather walk into a bank that sells donuts than go into a gray ass McDonald's or go into a gray ass Burger King and then like, well, I'm 32. I'm not. Whenever I go for fast food, I'm not looking for fun and enjoyment. But I'm just saying, if I was a kid, I would much rather like go to something that don't look like it go together versus it be all fucking gray. You know what I'm saying? That's a SunTrust bank. Oh, I'm about to say, I know this bank, bro. I dead ass know this bank, but it's a Dunkin' Donuts, cuz. A bank that sells donuts. Think about it, bro. I would much rather do that than go to a boring ass, just gray building that I don't even really know what it is until I walk inside type shit. It look weird.
Donuts.
But it looks inviting. I ain't gonna lie, it looks a little inviting. I thought I had wait, oh fuck. Oh, it's moving, hold on. And I thought I had was Dan and Crunk overanalyzed SpongeBob season 1. You know? You wanna know something, bro? I wanna go back to all of the some of the old Nickelodeon Johns, like SpongeBob included. But like then, cause I was a real Cartoon Network kid. I'm not gonna hold you. I did fuck with Nickelodeon. Don't get me wrong. But like, I was a Cartoon Network kid. But I did want to do the Nickelodeon, like rewatch Wild Thornberries. Fucking what's that one show? Is kind fuck. It's not Ren and Stimpy. What the fuck was that name of that show, bro? It's like leaving my brain as I'm trying to think about it. But yeah, I did. I just wanted to do that. Just go back because I don't know any of the new current shows because I don't really be watching cable. But like all the old cartoons, the good Johns, especially Cartoon Network shits. Because we recently were just watching some Samurai Jack, and I told you. You know what I realized? I'm getting off topic. I'm making this video way longer than it has to be. But you know what I realized in Samurai Jack? There's not a lot of dialogue. There's more music and montage. I think 60% of Samurai Jack is music and montage. And then it's like boxing and talking. I never noticed that as a kid.
Undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand inside them, which will in turn reduce waste and provide opportunity to future businesses.
That's why I fuck with
but
it so much.
There's just something.
I didn't notice that. I noticed that when I was watching it. I'm like, damn. The last 3 episodes we watched had at least 10 minutes of montage and music. And the only reason I noticed that is because I was watching it and I was doing stuff in the background. I wasn't actively looking at the screen. But I was just like, God damn, am I just listening to music? Like, I mean, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, damn, no dialogue. Are y'all niggas? Am I still watching Samurai Jack? It was just peaceful ass Asian music.
Sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character. But it's not just the exterior that lost its character. The interior is where many of these places thrived. Stepping inside used to feel like entering a
remember the places, like the specific fucking I don't even know what this is, but remember we used to go into like, I'm gonna use McDonald's for an example, like how they used to have like the little colored booths and shit, or some of them even still do have like the little play pit where, you know, kids can go in there and play with, like, you know, the little slide, and they had a little plastic ball pit or whatever. I remember this shit. I haven't seen anything so like this in a long ass time. Like, I ain't seen nothing like this. Now it's just shit. I think the most I've seen is a Whataburger, because when you go on Whataburger, almost everything is it has like an orange accent to it, but it's still like boring. Taco Bell too. Back in the That's why it would be late at night. You know, potheads love that shit. On God.
little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and teal Art Deco
I remember these hoes. I hated them.
chairs, textured wall tiles, and neon squiggles that felt like walking.
I remember this shit, bro. Y'all see me wear my old Taco Bell shirt, the vintage Taco Bell shirt from the 90s, nigga. It had the same like little logo on it, bro. 80s and 90s was the best color waves. They ain't gonna lie, yeah. 80s, I think I give it to the 80s. 80s went crazy with their color waves and the little vapor wave looking aesthetic and shit. 80s ate that shit up.
through a 90s arcade. People today would probably call this tacky, and they might not be wrong, but damn, it has an identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those.
Oh, here you go. See, Pat, you're really good at trying to sneak an ad in, but I caught you this time. I caught you this time, buddy.
740 over $500 million in join the overclick these
you tried to
get wood paneled walls Wendy's.com/PatrickCC or click the link in the description to get started for free. Wendy's had an immaculate 1970s grandma aesthetic.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I've never went to a Wendy's that looked like this. Nigga, this looked like fine dining. High sedity. $40 $50 or $60 a person just to sit down dining, nigga. Like, this is Wendy's?
Wood paneled walls, stained glass lamps hanging above every table, plush burgundy booths, and
now that's what I remember. I remember Wendy's looking like these. Well, I don't know what the fuck that first picture was. Nigga, Wendy's look like these. Well, used to look like these.
Soft yellow lighting that made it feel more like a cozy living room than a fast food joint. And these sunrooms? Dude, these sunrooms absolutely ripped. Pizza Hut felt like a legit sit-down restaurant with thick...
yeah, and they nasty-ass salad bar there. I remember that shit. Ha! With the little picnic tablecloths and shit. Yeah, I remember that. And they all had this, like, weird shape. It's like their windows wasn't cut like windows. Their windows was shaped like cups. Dead ass. It's like, I don't know why they went with that archetype, but yeah, it was cool. It made you feel like you was in a weird hut. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? And then and then the roof felt like it was like not like closing in, but like it felt like I was a kid and I felt like if I jump high enough, I can touch that bitch. Because the roof felt like it was just like, you know, touchable type shit.
Carpeting, red vinyl booths, and those iconic like Tiffany-style lamps that turn.
Hey, bro, you gotta go there one time. The roof was low as fuck. All right, I'm bugging because I remember like going in that bitch as a kid and feeling like if I just stood on the chair and jumped, I could touch that shit. And I'm talking about as a kid, like as I'm still young. I'm talking about fucking knee-high type shit, and I felt like I could touch the roof. But yo, if you still got one, you gotta go in there one time for the one time, bro. One time for the one time, take a picture.
Meal into a dimly lit occasion. McDonald's had burger seats.
Burger seats is crazy, bro. I don't think I ever saw this shit. I don't think I would. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw this shit.
Look at these burger seats. Are they a little terrifying? Sure, but I think we can all agree that we want them back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and indoor sets packed with massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to play in while the adults got to enjoy their meal. However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders and monkey bars. In a 5-year span alone from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injury claims were filed against McDonald's when kids fell off their equipment or got trapped in one of their structures. Hundreds, if not thousands of injuries went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns. Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy. Some places...
Nah, dead ass. I'm about to say, all right. I was going to say, like, I understand kids gonna be kids, bro. Especially when you tell them, hey, man, here's a jungle gym and a ball pit. Have at it. Kids gonna be kids, bro. They're gonna be playing, they're gonna be wilding, they're gonna bump their heads, they're gonna scrape their knees. You know what I'm saying? Kids gonna be kids. They're gonna get hurt. It's just inevitable. So my main thing wouldn't really be about the injury, because I'm already thinking, all right, my kid's gonna go in there, and you're a product of me. You're gonna hurt somebody or hurt yourself, probably one of these days. But my main concern wouldn't really be like the safety. My main concern would definitely be the sanitation. Because you got all these little snot-nosed kids, these little booger flippers, booger eaters, snot rocket launchers, digging their assers, not wash their handsers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're going to have all these little dirty, pissy-ass little shitty kids in this little closed space, running around, touching on stuff, coughing on stuff. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my main concern. Like, damn, my kid is about to get all type of fucking sick. And he's about to make the whole house. My kid's about to be a fucking, literally a breeding petri dish or disease right now because I let him go play in the ball pit.
Have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner inspired McDonald's location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant. This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another modernized hospital cafeteria a few years ago. A location in Bensonhurst,
what they do with the car?
Brooklyn was redesigned to a 1980s theme for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still doesn't look like a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place a lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the blueprint for the modern fast food...
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. All my McDonald's look like this. I think my Burger King looks basic as shit too. When I go out to work, bro, I'm gonna actually look and stare and analyze at those buildings now when I walk past them bitches. I'm pretty sure they all dead ass look like these.
Gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper, the IKEA chairs that hurt to sit in, the inoffensive abstract art, the
yeah, right, bro. They try to go out of their way to make like weird ass, like, nigga, just be normal. Just like, can you just like be fun? Not normal. Can you be fun? Can we be fun again?
Dim industrial lighting, it can all be blamed on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was
grab my
called
vegetables real quick. All right. W Chipotle. Rachel, you hungry, ain't you? You still hungry? Cause you said, hey, come here. Yeah, come here. Come here, man. Stay. After I seen your, I keep calling your Sim. After I saw your Enzoy eat that motherfucking pancake and still was hungry, and then you was talking about being hungry, I'm like, it's just like you in real life. Like, I don't know why I'm still hungry. You know why you're still hungry. You got like that, Rachel, you know what? I don't know if you watch a whole lot of Dragon Ball Z, but you might be a Saiyan. Strictly off of your appetite. You might be a Saiyan. Or at least part Saiyan. All right, oh yeah. Oh, you know what I'm about to do? Fuck it. We're going to use the big boy. We're going to get stupid. Why not? We're going to bust out the student. Let me clean this joint out. Let me do some work while we finish this reaction. I was about to hit the little Sherlock. Man, we about to get stupid. Hold on.
As casual, you still got your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were marketed as fresher, and the interiors ditched the kid-friendly chaos in favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to pay. But
I'm not gonna lie, Chipotle did it right. I'm not saying I do eat Chipotle, not a whole bunch, but I fuck with Chipotle every now and again. But Chipotle did it right. It's like, it's modern. It's not like too corporate-y. It still feel like it's, it got soul, it got some personality type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't feel like the rest of these Johns being all grayed out and just like being bleh. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you finna pass out if you smack gravy. That's the plan. No, I'm not gonna pass out. I gotta go to work. But you wanna know something? I just went outside and grabbed my vegetables, and I just seen that it's getting cloudy. It's getting gray. It's probably gonna rain, and it's Sunday, the day of rest, a rainy Sunday. Bro, you know that is literally a recipe to go to sleep. That is a recipe for relaxation. It's Sunday. It's about to rain. Jazz cabbage. That's a recipe for relaxation for the nation.
They weren't just paying for vibes. Those 2010s Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came...
Very true. Them big ass baby burritos, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you. Them baby burritos. I mean, I'm a big nigga, and I had trouble taking down a baby burrito in one setting. But like, only reason I always tried to, because I like to do my shit up. You know what I'm saying? I like lettuce, I like the pico, I like guac. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the corn salsa, but I like everything type shit. So if you let that bitch sit too long, what's gonna happen? Even if you get it double wrapped with 2 tortillas, it's gonna get soggy, cuz. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna get cold. So you can't just, and then, you got the lettuce on it, you got the sour cream in it, and then you try to heat it back up in like an air fryer. Well, I don't use air fryers, but you try to heat it up in like an air fryer or a microwave. That shit don't hit the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, to me, it don't. I'd be like, it be slimy and wet, and you know what I'm saying? It just don't, it's just not, it's just black. But once you get that bitch when it's like fresh and ready to go, bro, that ass, you gotta find your second win. After you get like halfway through that bitch, fuck. Damn it, I gotta see it through, because I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna waste some food, because I know I'm not gonna eat it. I'm just gonna pick after it. That's why now I've learned, whenever I do go to Chipotle, sometimes I've learned to get the bowl. Sometimes get the bowl instead. You know what I'm saying? You can always get the bowl and get a tortilla on the side, and then just roll that bitch up. You know what I'm saying? Get the bowl.
At a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, McDonald's stock price fell to a 9-year low, and in Q4 of 2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had, losing $344 million. Public pressure around junk food intensified during this period. The Super Size Me documentary further tarnished the company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day, every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, a 13% body mass increase, increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as the face of America's
I remember Super Size Me, cuz. I remember, I never really watched it. You want to know something weird? I think we watched this while I was in school. We watched this shit during like a fucking, I don't remember, but I remember watching this shit in school for real. And it was was it health class? I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was health. It was something. We watched the bitch in school, and I was just like, I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga, he only ate that for a month? Like, only a month? That's it? Always get the bowl. Their tortillas be disgusting. I fuck with the bowls, yeah. The bowls, the tortillas be, You know me, I'm not a real bready guy anyway. So flour tortilla, bread, it's all kind of the same to me. Unless you got a little abuela. If there's a little abuela making them bitches by hand, now they taste kind of different. They almost taste damn near like naan bread, or like the pita bread. Them bitches be tasting good.
Obesity crisis. So while McDonald's scrambled to repair its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler, healthier experience that looked and
that shit does look good. I'm not gonna hold you. Kind of make me want to get a bowl right now. That shit does look good.
Felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response, McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted was a push for a more contemporary aura, accented by terracotta, olive, and gray colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit. I also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale. And Apple taught the entire retail world that an ultra-minimalist design could signal trust and quality. Today,
I'm not gonna hold you. With the Apple Store, I'm not gonna lie. When back in the day, when I was in high school and shit, we used to go, remember, maybe some of y'all have done this. Whenever y'all was in high school and y'all had like a group of friends, did y'all used to go to like your go to y'all closest mall and just hang out at the food court and just walk around and shit and try to pick up girls or talk to guys or whatever? Cause like we dead ass did that. I remember when I was still living in Maryland. I wasn't in Baltimore, but I was in Columbia. But when I was out there, the Columbia Mall was literally walking distance from my middle school. So we used to always like ditch. Sometimes we would ditch first period and just like go chill at the mall, and then we would come back for lunch and then dip again. You know what I'm saying? We would just dead ass like it was literally just a hop skipping away. We used to go there, and I remember, cuz this is one of the reasons why I brought this up. Yo, we used to go to the fucking mall, and we used to remember when the Apple Store first came out, bro. It was like, obviously they have my crunk voice. They have all their Apple products out there, all on display, but you can still use it. You can still log in. So this was back when MySpace was popular as shit. You know what I'm saying? MySpace was the only thing popping. If you ain't having MySpace, nigga, what was you doing? So we had so niggas would go there. We would log in to the laptops, right? Log into our MySpaces and shit. And they had all the cameras. They had the laptops with the cameras and shit. And then the cameras had built-in filters. See, this was before like filters and all this shit, whatever. My homeboy drove. So we were there faithfully. Man, see, you get it. You get it, bro. So you know how the cameras on the laptops, they had the filters and shit. You know what I'm saying? So nigga, we used to go there faithfully just to talk to shorties, get free samples at the food court, and to update our pictures from MySpace. We be in that bitch posing, putting all type of stupid ass little filters. Just imagine a whole bunch of like, and it wasn't just us. It was a whole lot of little groups and shit. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of little niggas always in there, hogging up the computers, taking pictures. Man, that was a time, bro. That was a time to be alive. And I don't even own an Apple product. I don't even fuck with iPhones. I don't even fuck with Apple. I don't fuck with the iOS. I don't fuck with none of that shit. But I have to give credit where credit is due. That Apple store definitely put a nigga on. You know what I'm saying? Help me get my MySpace numbers up. Help me get my MySpace clout up back in the day before clout was clout. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Apple store. He just brought me back when he mentioned that.
Today, seemingly every fast food chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks, and the Apple Store, which has majorly contributed to them losing what made them special in the first place. Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Munchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more.
That's a crazy name, nigga. Michael Munchoff. Tell that nigga eat ass.
More than a marketing tactic.
We have to be perceived as new and fresh, and
Michael Munchoff.
Food that is new and fresh. What has changed within our restaurant? We want to communicate that to the customer on the outside, and the easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior design.
How can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier? That's basically the gist. I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding, it seems like they aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised.
Man, no bullshit, bro. You know how mad I be sometimes? Well, now that I actually am a chef. But before I actually got into the culinary industry, before I even really started working in and out of kitchens and shit, I used to deadass be like, bro, I used to be hot at shit like this. Like looking at the pictures up top versus what you get when you actually buy it. Like, nigga. And then I had to learn behind it, like, bro, there's nothing in that business that looks that good. Their patties don't even look that good. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come frozen in a box and they put it in that little fucking plastic thing with the handle on it and they turn the little beep, nigga, they don't even look that good.
With buns flat as a pancake and lettuce that looks like...
I just spoke highly about Whataburger. Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do Whataburger like this, cuz? Like, now, I shit on Whataburger for their breakfast because of what they did to me that one time. But, yo, let's leave Whataburger out of this, bro. Whataburger is consistent, you know what I'm saying?
It was left out all night. Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers, so you can't even taste the chicken anymore.
You're not supposed to change the oil, man. You're getting rid of all the flavor. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep all them chicken bits and giblet bits at the end, at the bottom of it. That's how you get all that flavor. Oh shit, I muted it. My bad.
The crispy fries you ordered looked like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week, who has spent the past decade reviewing fast food menu items, just about had a meltdown over the decline in quality and service across every big chain in the US after
I ain't gonna lie. I remember. I don't watch this nigga, but I remember seeing certain like little clips of him or other like content creators like make clips of him. I ain't gonna lie. I always thought this nigga was like a vampire, bro. Like this nigga don't. You don't look like a regular black. Regular black. You don't look like a. It's just because I'm black. You don't look like a regular person, bro. Like you look like a alien, bro. Like something not of this world. I don't know why I said regular black, bro. I think that was just a nigga in me. I did not mean that. Clearly, he's not a regular black. But this nigga does not look human. He dead ass look like a Martian. Why'd you clip that? I didn't mean that. Yeah, he don't look human, cuz. And I was always thinking to myself, who is this goddamn Mark Zuckerberg lizard nigga in a suit just eating random fast food in his car? Like, who are you?
countless bad experiences in 2023.
Instances not as bad as this, but where there have been problems with my order, with the quality. It's just elapsing more and more. And it's not just Culver's. It's every place. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years,
fire.
where the food
this shit
has been
smells
awful.
super
It's
fruity.
quite frankly disgusting. I hate
What does a
when this
regular
happens.
black look like?
And what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt
Regular
piece
black
of
looks like me and you,
garbage.
Tori.
It's some
Me, you, and Brother
just
Black.
vile slop, for lack of a better word. And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money. What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right? Nope. Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeyes, and McDonald's all raised their prices by 55 to 100% between 2014 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants.
Oh
Maybe
my
you'd snag a
gosh!
couple of
I promise you, I don't do no pre-watching. Why is my shit lagging? What the fuck? Why are you doing these? Y'all see that shit? My shit just like moving slow as fuck for some odd reason. Yeah, my shit moving weird as fuck. Something downloading in the background, and all I'm doing is recording. I'm only using. Yeah, I shouldn't be using fucking like 75% of my CPU. What the fuck? What's going on in the background? What the fuck? You're gonna piss me off. All right, we back now. Yeah, we back now. What the fuck was that? I didn't like that shit. Well, yo, okay, I was about to lose my train of thought again. Yo, that ass. I had just said that shit. Remember back in the day, you could have $5 to your name, bro. $5, and you can go to any value meal, any value menu, bro, and you guarantee to get full. You gonna have full and might even have leftovers. You know what I'm saying? You could dead ass get shit for like 49 cents, 52 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like you could get $5 to fill you up. Fill you and the homie up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all both down bad. It get y'all niggas right. Nowadays, 2025, moving forward, nigga, you walk into any place, even the value menu, you'll be lucky, very, very, very lucky to even get 2 items off the value menu for $5. $5, nigga, you be lucky. And I guarantee you, you're not gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you can afford. But nigga, yeah. $5 buster ain't getting you shit in this day and age.
grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell, a McDouble, McChicken, and fries, a
And
famous
fry.
bowl from KFC,
Famous
and even
bowl.
if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has the most affordable fast food in the country, but meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a
You're
fast
right.
food meal, and I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13. Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac meal. In 2024, the McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019. Like, they put this obnoxious claim as a
Only thing you
myth.
getting is the
McDonald's
fuck
medium
out.
fries increased by
You getting a Mc-
138%, just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a medium fries was a 44% increase. Like, we're supposed to be like, oh, only a 44% increase for fries that are soggy, cold, and take 20 minutes to get? Ah, that's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap, it's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, these chains are not charity organizations. They are not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices. They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there. I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So, they killed the vibes, ruined the taste, charged way too much money. Is it at least still fast? Well,
No.
kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru.
Damn. Shit, fucking nigga, lungs up. I was just about to say, I feel like the speediness, it's subjective. It depends on where you at. Where you at, what state you at, what location, and who's working. So yeah, the speediness, that's subjective. I'm not gonna hold you.
America runs on
You got any
urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work weeks are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster,
Fast.
work more, and consume more. So we designed an entire meal experience around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway. And stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel. Drive-thrus aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down. But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a line of frustrated drivers.
Hell yeah. I'm about to say, sometimes it's even faster to go into the store. There's too many niggas in the drive-thru. Yeah, that's nuts. Now thank you, Pat, for actually breaking that down. Cause like, think about that shit. The drive-thru was meant to make niggas keep going. All right, you want this? Bet. 15.24 at the window. Pull up. Oh, you want this? Boom. All right, 10.95 at the window. Pull up. So niggas can zoom. Nowadays, motherfuckers be sitting there having arguments, conversations. Let me get a motherfucking can I get this without? So niggas be sitting there for like, bro, I know this truck probably waited at least a cool 15, 20 minutes to get whatever the fuck he wanted. And then now it's because I did this shit when I was in Cali, when we was going to In-N-Out. Line was long as fuck. And I was like, damn, cuz. I mean, we've been sitting here for at least 15 minutes. And we ain't even get up there yet. So my sister was like, shit, it might even be faster. You just go in there and order. I don't really see nobody. Lobby type shit. Went in there, placed my order, had my receipt. And shit, I told her, I was like, yeah, I already placed the order, got my receipt and everything. Lady told me 7 minutes. Shit, she came over here and gave it to me in 5. Meanwhile, that line probably moved up like an inch. Maybe one car had just moved up. So I was like, you know what? Drive-through ain't the way to go. Drive-through actually is a little slower.
Even places like In-N-Out are facing major problems with...
What the fuck did I just say, bro? I promise you, I don't pre-watch none of this shit. What did I just say, bro? I was just talking about In-N-Out when I went to Cali for the first time.
lines that literally cause traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much
That's
every Chick-fil-A
nuts.
I've ever been to around lunchtime has 2 rows of 20 plus cars
I
bumper
just
to
said
bumper. Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get that somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of.
No, because these is bullshit too. These little tablets and shit that they use to put the orders in, they are bullshit too. Because we have that at my job right now. And we have, like, we even have that, and we have QR codes where the customer can scan the QR code and order what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the code up right, if I had the code and showed it to the camera, and y'all just scanned your phones, y'all can order food to my fucking movie theater, and then, guess what? It still won't even go through. It'll go through, but it doesn't mean that, oh, you're going to get your food faster. All you did was put it in. All you did was put in an order on top of another person's order, on top of another person's order, on top of another person. So it doesn't tell you that you're in a queue, but you're in a queue. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the QR doesn't tell you that, but even though you placed your order, you're waiting in line. So, you know, and with those tablets are the same shit. Just because you place your order doesn't mean it's going to be any faster. It doesn't mean she's going to run back out. Oh, you want this? I'll be right. That's what they think. They think, all right, since I put it in on my tablet and I disappear, I'm gonna be right out. Nigga, you realize she gonna do that for everyone else? So you realize all you're doing is just making yourself wait again. Because she's gonna do that for everyone. It's not just you specifically.
But it doesn't make the food come out any faster. Now, you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations or incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up, but fast food restaurants have done their homework. Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru, and twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store. And that's because of the American go-go-go culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience. It's just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone.
I mean, it is a necessity. We all gotta eat. We just got more shit to do. I think there's other people in other cultures just value their time and their family more versus like us, certain Americans and shit. Some of us don't really have a lot of family, or we have to, in order to have those moments like that, we have to hustle and bustle and get to our job so we can actually sit down and enjoy our fruits of our labor.
And I'm talking to you, who's literally eating a meal while watching this right now.
You thought, nigga, I'm actually smoking.
The obsession with quick service, combined with fast food's obsession with margins, is slowly turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell in 2022 for their new vision for making service easier than ever before, or the new designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that prioritize quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their restaurant to resemble more of a studio apartment.
I was just about to say that too. I haven't been to an actual Jimmy John's in a brick, but actually I don't think I've ever been to a Jimmy John's restaurant. Like I may have ordered off a DoorDash or some shit. But why, I was gonna say, why does that building look so damn short? It's like a fucking kiosk in the middle of the mall.
To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed, with some customers praising the decision and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no more attitudes for no reason? More jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless and Americans demanding even more convenience, how far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouths? But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand change, get better quality food, better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience. The solution is quite simple. and it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing. In places like Japan, France, or Germany, the ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is far more respectful of the dining experience. But this change didn't necessarily...
I ain't gonna hold you. I would love, and I know that sounds crazy, but I would love to try fast food in like Japan, another country, just to compare it to the shit that we be eating. Because I had 1836 milk before, and you can only get that in Texas. And I hate the fact that this shit still looks like it's lacking. But I've had that milk. And I know a lot of you haven't had that milk. So y'all don't know what real milk is unless you're in Texas and you've had 1836. So I would love, if I feel that way about milk, because I've been drinking bullshit milk, fake milk my whole life until I came to Texas. So if I feel that way about milk, my nigga, bro, I can't wait to actually try a goddamn quarter pounder with cheese from like Japan. Maybe they got some Wagyu quarter pounder, nigga.
Know what I'm saying, nigga?
You feel me though? Like, hold on, my nigga. I got to try that. I got to try me some fast food in a different country. Got to try that. I'm pretty sure the menu's gonna have different shit too. They're gonna have, man, I need that.
Happen out of respect, it was by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malau in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they said was to denounce US import restrictions and hormone-treated beef. But this was a calculated attack. In that same week, French farmers dumped 6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles. This was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced ingredients, and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in McDonald's France is sourced domestically. Now, this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food service retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable fish. The MSC is widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood. Because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held by...
Wait, you just said something about India. So, hear me out. Would you try Indian McDonald's? Would you try McDonald's in India? The flavors of India, they got a McAloo tiki burger. They got a McVeggie. They got a McChicken. That shit got some baklava chili, some kantari chili, some kulupala puri chili, some labangan. Would you try that shit? I ain't gonna hold you. I give it a try. That shit look kind of good. I ain't gonna lie. But wait, if they don't have beef, what the fuck is a McAloo tiki burger? What is it made out of? Are they making the food with their feet? Now, that's a good question. I about to say we haven't seen their standards and practices yet. I haven't seen like them. You know what? We're gonna look it up. Let's look up a McDonald's in India after this.
The citizens. In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a plant native to Southeast Asia whose roots and leaves are used for food in this region. In Saudi Arabia, 100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities. And
what does halal mean? Does it mean like kosher? What is it, like kosher? But like Jewish people, it has to be kosher. Okay, Google. What does halal mean?
Halal is an Arabic word meaning permissible or lawful. In Islam, it refers to actions, behaviors, and
Okay. Fresh. Okay.
And Islamic
could've
inspectors
just said
of the
that.
countries of export. The point is, McDonald's and other fast food restaurants will abide by socio-cultural, religious, food preferences, and environmental factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country. And they might even complement the country with a vibey atmosphere. They'll serve food in decommissioned planes in New Zealand, a colorful building pagoda in China, or a ski up in Sweden. The end result? Better service, better food, better vibes, and customers who treat eating as something worth sitting down for. All of these point to the fact that fast food restaurants can still be colorful, fun, cheap, and have the best quality food available for their meals. It's just that they only change when people finally start to walk away. This is not the answer you want, but it is the truth. Sure, the buildings are gray and bland. Sure, the service is slow. Sure, the food doesn't taste as good and corporate greed is driving up the price. But you can protest. You can just stop going, and they will be forced to resort back to the things that made these restaurants special in the first place. But until most of us refuse to order from these fast food restaurants, then nothing is going to change.
I feel you on that, Pat. Sad truth, though. Sad truth. W video. But yep, I agree. I agree, my boy.